You know, we've all done the grab and pull technique. Yeah, it's definitely, we all do it, regardless of implants or not.
Take it out, don't let it slow down. 'Cause this is different, this is patience. No, I'm never gonna waste it. Too much too soon, is it right now? Let me in, I'm waiting outside.
Hershey, you're gonna interrupt my vlog, aren't you? Never fails. He's always wants it. Now he runs away. He's like so camera shy. You're pretty pot. Come. Oh, yes. Yes. No, he's okay. Hey, you got this little puppy, and I never get no attention no more. I got to do this. Okay. Bye-bye. Love you. Bye-bye. Well, hello there, my audacious female friends. I hope, I strongly hope, because of the content in this particular video. Viewer discretion advised, because I am going to talk about breasts and I am going to do a demonstration that shows a particular part of my breasts. Typically unusual for me. I'm not very modest. We'll just put it that way. I'm a very modest individual. But somehow, some way, I have been on a search for a bra and Facebook got me. You know how they have those like targeted ads on the side? Well, I've been looking for a bra that would give me some sort of lift, even though I have a breast augmentation. We'll go into that. Give me a lift without making me feel bigger, or like making them be in my face kind of thing, but like making them together. Like some of the bras, I won't say any of the major brands, but you know where I'm going with this, but there's like too much padding, and then it's like it gives me too much boob to get me lifted. So that is just where this vlog is gonna go. I'm gonna answer some of your questions about breast augmentation, but first, this is a sponsored video. It's sponsored by the bra that I was most interested in. I reached out and they kindly would do a sponsored video with me. This is my first sponsored video. I will go ahead and put down here where you can skip past the sponsored portion if that's not your thing, but I do hope you enjoy this sponsored segment. I contacted Up Bra. But Up Bra is a specifically designed bra, strapless bra really, that allows you to pull and adjust to the cleavage that you would like to see. Like I said, that was my biggest issue, is like some bras gave me too much, some bras didn't do anything, and I've just been kind of resorting to t-shirt bras or t-shirt bra styles since I got my breast augmentation, because I didn't like the like faker look that some uplift bras would give me. So the Up Bra allows me to control how much cleavage I would like to display, i.e. for the modest person. The coordinator I was working with, she did suggest me picking 2 sizes. So I picked a 34D in the nude size, in the nude color, and then my sister size, which is a 32 double D. So if you didn't know that most of the time you do have a sister size that would fit you based on specific styles of bras, you should always kind of try on 2 different styles anyways. So I'm glad that she was like open to doing that for me so I could get the perfect fit with the adjusting straps. The pull technique that they do to lift the bra, you really have to have a snug, tight, secure fit in order for that to work and not function improperly. So she did send me the black in my sister size, which is the 32 double D. I've been wearing the 34D. I wore it today during my day. and it fits pretty well. I'm gonna go ahead and change after I've been wearing this one today and decide between these two which one is gonna be best for me to do this demo for you guys. So I'll be right back. So as you can see, I decided to go with my sister size, which was the 32 double D. This is the strapless variation, which is where the nude was not strapless. And I went with this one because I think I needed a smaller band around, so the 32 would provide enough tightness to where this under pull would work. So now the secret to this bra is the underneath portion. In the center is where you have your pull straps. So that is what tightens, pulling here is what tightens and lifts even more. And then you have other hooks underneath. It's kind of hard to see in the black one. I'll show you guys this fully. And you hook and hook. And then you have a little bit more lift. So you can have the more aggressive lifts, you can have not so aggressive lifts, but either way, this is probably the first strapless bra that I've owned since I got my breast augmentation. No joke, I have not found one that I really enjoyed, that I felt did it justice and didn't feel, like I said, like I was spilling out over the top. I'm going to get out of this, put on some clothes, and we're gonna chat a little bit more about the up bra, and I'm gonna answer your questions about the breast augmentation. So since I demoed in black, I figured I would show you guys the inside construction of the bra so you guys could better understand. These are the pull straps that bring your cleavage closer to the center. So by extending further out, you will bring them in tighter. I do also like the fact that there is this like textured, grippy fabric here, so it actually, like, you're not gonna get any slippage, and it pretty much sticks pretty well to your skin, and that has the push-up component underneath it. One piece of advice that I found as I bra shop is that when you first purchase a bra, you should be able to clasp it on this very last tab and be comfortable, because as you wear, it's going to stretch and give a little bit, so you want to have that leeway to go in towards the center if you need to as you wear the bra more and more. These straps, you can crisscross these straps and razorback them if you need, but this is not a strapless bra. This is their traditional bra, but it has the front same construction as the strapless. So closing out this sponsored portion of this video, Up Bra is kindly offered me to give you guys a $10 off coupon code, so I will put that right here along with their address to access their different styles of the Up Bra. And thank you guys for watching this portion, and we're gonna move into the meat of this discussion vlog on breast augmentation. So I got my breast augmentation back in 2014. I did it about 3 to 4 weeks after I got off the stage after winning my pro card for Fitness America Fitness Universe. So if that tells you anything, that was one of the main questions I did get asked was, do you feel that it was needed to compete in bikini? And it is absolutely 100% not necessary to compete in bikini. Like, your shape is complemented by having, you know, a flattering chest line. However, you can create a flattering chest line with rice packets on the inside of your bra. In fact, Lauren Conlon has a great video showing you how to make these rice things out of pantyhose, and you fill it with like the desired cc's that you want to have on stage. And as long as your bikini fits the ability to have the stuffing, then you're set to go. In fact, that's one of the things that you can use to decide whether or not you want a particular size breast augmentation as well. You can fill a thing of pantyhose with rice and put them in and see how you like it, see how you feel before scheduling your consultation. I scheduled my consultation prior to competing, so my breast volume was far less. When I put on the samples, I particularly was thrown off by the larger ones. I didn't want to feel larger again. I didn't have big breasts. I had larger breasts prior to my fitness career. It was just one of those things that when I lost body fat and I became leaner, like even if I would go into an off season, it still wouldn't be as big as they were. I decided this is actually my breast augmentation identification card. so you guys can kind of see what they give you. So this is a device identification card because they are devices. I did go with the silicone filled low profile at 234 cc's, which these were actually like special ordered. They don't keep these in their office. They are the smallest size that they make for this particular style of breast implant. I guess my thing is, somebody asked, did you regret it? And I'm kind of a catch-22. I miss having a small chest. I miss being able to wear specific clothes that are tailored to having a small chest or look complimentary on a small chest. I wear traditionally like more tomboy style clothing, so obviously like having larger breasts just doesn't give you the same streamlined look in those more like those more tomboy styles. So some days I do regret getting my implants, and then there's other days where it's like, man, I guess maybe I should have gone bigger, because there isn't really a strong difference between what I have now and what I had then in, say, an off season. There really isn't a noticeable difference. In fact, many of you guys who watch my channel, this might be new to you guys, that I even do have a breast augmentation, or partially because I decided to go over the muscle. So I decided not to cut my muscle. That was a personal decision on my part. My doctor also recommended it based on my just pectoral development in general. He was like, your recovery, he was like, it may be a little longer and it may be a lot more painful because your tissue is so developed already. He was like, but you may not get that higher look that you wanted. And he was absolutely right. My recovery was super fast because it didn't go under the muscle. Like, I was ready to start walking within 2 weeks. I was completely back to training within 4 weeks. I was doing many chest workouts, chest related workouts. I would say between like 9 to 12 weeks. Like, I was ready to go. I could do pull-ups. The only thing that was challenging was just the incision. I had to have the incision fully healed. I had to have the scar fully healed in order to start doing those movements overhead, because they would just pull the skin at the incision site. So that was really my only discomfort. It wasn't like I could feel the muscle pulling or the muscle like around the actual implant, because it wasn't. It was completely over the muscle. So in terms of recovery and in terms of getting back to whatever physical activity I wanted to, it was super fast, super quick, and I probably wouldn't take that part back. Like, my decision to go over the muscle was the best decision for me and for how I like to train and for, you know, just personal look of my chest. I do like it to look more natural, even though I wish it was up higher. Some days, some with outfits, it looks great if I'm just kind of like bringing them out. But then a lot of days I'm like, they okay, they can stay down here. Like, that's just kind of how I feel about them. Like, that's just an honest opinion. From my point of view, like, that's why this up bra that I showcased in the beginning of this video, like, that's why it was like so cool to me, because it gave me a choice. And that's basically like my biggest fear about getting a breast augmentation, was that I would no longer have a choice, that I would always look like I had a breast augmentation. And that is not the case. Like, because I was a little bit more conservative, because I went went over the muscle, the look I have is a very natural look, and it looks great in my competition bikini, and it looks great in regular bikinis. And that was kind of my biggest like reason for getting the breast augmentation, was basically how I could look more feminine in a bikini. Because I had such strong pectoral development, this isn't to say that you have to have a breast augmentation to compete, but I had a strong pectoral development, so it definitely did help my physique look more feminine on stage having them. That's the distinction I would make with myself. It's absolutely not necessary at all. But I did need more like closure of my breast tissue into the center of my body rather than spread out, because I am broad, and a breast augmentation gave me that. And it gave me that in a personal bikini, like when I'm traveling with my husband too. Like, I previously wrote a boob vlog, and I wrote it like 3 days after my surgery, like right in recovery. And so I just basically included my reasoning, like heartfelt reason behind getting a breast augmentation. So I'll figure out how I could share that with you guys and put it in the description box below, how to do that, because I wrote that on Tumblr like forever ago. That was like more of a heartfelt reason why I did it, and heartfelt reason why like I was happy I did it. And it had a lot to do with just looking more feminine for my husband and looking more feminine in like a bikini kind of thing. And it was just basically to cover up more of my pectoral development that I had gotten. And just like when we lose body fat, we gain body fat or lose body fat in different areas of our body based on genetics, based on predispositions for us personally. I have a propensity to gain tissue in my chest. I am very strong in my chest. I enjoy chest training. Like all of those factors play into what my physique looked like prior to my breast augmentation. So I feel like I've answered a couple of the questions within this like little overview, but I did want to highlight some of the questions that people asked that may not have targeted yet. I promised you guys on that Instagram story that I would keep everything confidential. So out of confidentiality, I'm not gonna say any names, and I'm just gonna kind of summarize the questions. Somebody was genuinely curious about if they would interfere with yoga practice or having kids in the future. In terms of yoga practice, I would say during push-up position or you're in down dog. So, if you were to go underneath the muscle, you would need a far longer recovery time in order to do those positions. And definitely any sort of like chaturanga or plank or any sort of motion where you're using pressure through the palms of your hands and pressing your chest up high and supporting your chest, those are gonna take longer for you to get back to if you were to go under the muscle, because you literally have your muscle cut. Now, if you choose to do what I did, which was go over the muscle, you're gaining a different look as far as the breast augmentation goes, but your recovery is going to be faster. So I think that would like apply to yoga, is that you would be able to be on your mat far sooner. I can't really speak on the breast augmentation with having kids and breastfeeding because I haven't had kids and I haven't breastfed yet. So I don't really know what that's gonna imply for me. From what I understand and from what I've researched and what my physician told me is that either you are going to breastfeed or you're not going to breastfeed. Based on your body, based on your other variables between you and the baby. And the implant, regardless of whether it's under the muscle or over the muscle, is not affecting the mammary glands, which is where the milk ducts are. And therefore, they should not interfere with breastfeeding. That is from what I understand, my research. Again, I don't feel like I can speak wholeheartedly on that topic. So somebody actually commented saying that they're getting theirs done soon, like October 5th, and their biggest worry is having them not settle right and look unnatural. Even though my doctor is really nice, well established, I'm worried about the scarring. I'm doing under the muscle, cutting through the crease, and getting textured silicone. The unnatural look, as long as you wear the supportive bra that they tell you consistently, you should be fine, and you do everything consistently like they say. I had multiple follow-ups, and they were pretty quick in between each other, or pretty quick follow-ups, because I did mine in Atlanta and I was not living in Atlanta at the time, but I chose to do that so I could have my mom with me for recovery. Thanks, mama. But so I did most of my follow-ups really quickly, and my healing process, like I said, was going rather rapidly because I got over the muscle. So like my doctor kept giving me timelines. Okay, let's start with this. Let's start with this. So as long as you follow the protocols and as long as you wear that supportive bra that you're supposed to wear day and night, your tissue should heal, and it should not do what is called, I think it's called capsizing. I'll put it below here. I can't remember, but it's basically where one like shifts and becomes like higher than the other. And as long as you do what they say, most likely that it's not going to happen to you. Somebody asked, is it true that they have to be replaced after 10 years? I've considered doing it, but this person is on the fence. It seems like it would get tedious after a while. This person also asked if it is above the muscle better for people who want to train for bodybuilding, or could you go below for a more natural look without worry of rupture? All right, so first question is the replacement every 10 years. I think that depends on the type of type of implant you get. I got the silicone like gummy texture, and they do recommend you get it every 10 years. I think if you were to go beyond that, as long as you're not having issues, that's okay. But like, it definitely needs to be on your horizon. You definitely need to touch base with your physician 10 years after you get them. And I feel like I talked a little bit about the over the muscle, under the muscle situation. If you actually are going to be in bodybuilding or figure or women's physique, based on development reasons and muscular symmetry, and the fact that I really would never tell somebody who is going to compete in those divisions to ever skip a particular day because you're going to create imbalances in your body, I would say that under the muscle would be, or over the muscle would be a great option for you, because you don't have to avoid specific exercises or specific movements for a long length of time. For bikini, I am not one to ever say this, but you can train your shoulders and you can do many chest exercises, but you just have to wait a little bit longer. And I think with bikini, you have the ability to wait a little bit longer. And I don't think you're gonna lose as much in your physique definition wise for doing that. So yeah, more natural look without worry of rupture. I think the rupture, I'm not really done a whole lot of research on the rupture. I feel like the rupture has more to do with if you get saline, and I didn't really do a whole lot of research in saline because I knew that saline wasn't going to be for me. It wasn't going to give me the look that I wanted. So I feel like the rupture is related to that. I'm not 100% certain, so don't quote me on that. This person said, how much was it and what size did you get? So I shared with you guys the size that I got. How much was it? It was $5,600. Yeah, that's expensive. The way I was able to do this was, you have to give them a specific amount of money at the schedule of your surgery at my particular facility. Like, every facility could do it differently. So I had to give them what was called a down payment. That down payment was a specific amount of money, and it reserved me a spot for a specific surgery at this said date. So I strategically planned it to where I could have my surgery farther in advance to where I could start paying them in increments leading up to my surgery. So that's how I did it. Like, I paid them the down payment, and then I gave them enough money each week, and it just like made it happen. So I didn't have the lump money saved up, but I knew financially that I could do this much each week leading me up to that point, and that's how it worked out. All right, so that concludes my breast augmentation vlog. I definitely tried to answer as many questions as I could through the story, through me sharing with you the details, rather than disclose each individual question that everybody asked me. Again, just to keep their confidentiality at heart. Thank you guys so much for watching the Up Bra demonstration and product demonstration, and I appreciate you guys watching this sponsored video. Please, and thank you to Up Bra for sending me 2 wonderful bras. I now am a proud owner of a strapless bra. Like, guys, this was my first strapless bra since I got my breast augmentation, which was in 2014. Like, I've just not found one that actually like looked good, felt good, and didn't feel like I was just gonna like fall out of. I just didn't want them like in my face, like, hey, here's me in a dress. Here's me with boobs on a platter. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Feel free to ask any questions. I know that some of you guys might not be on my Instagram story, so you didn't know I was doing this. So you're welcome to ask questions below. Unfortunately, they won't necessarily be that confidential since they kind of are open, but I'm happy to answer any questions. And remember, I have the discount code for the Up Bra, and I'll put all of that information in the description box below. I also am committed to finding my boob blog from 2014, which again is more of the emotional divulging of why I wanted to get my breast augmentation. And now I feel like 3 years after the fact, I just had more to speak on it, to speak on, you know, regrets and wishes and hopes and dreams for my boobs. And all right, so I'm out. Love you guys, mwah, and we are almost to 10K, and I love you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.